Nice. Guys, I am playing MotoGP right now. I'm waiting for Ray to get ready, and I'm dead. Waiting for Ray to get ready, then we're going to get in the car, take the dog. We're going out to like not a national park, but a park of some sort. And on the way, I decided I wanted to share a little bit about my thoughts. So it's been 1 week officially of shooting, and I want to share a little bit of my thoughts on the production aspect and just some thoughts along the way, because I haven't had a lot of time to really think about that aspect of the vlog. It's been more so focused on the identity and the intense think sessions that I've had, reflection periods. So I want to kind of just think a little bit about the intent of the vlog, what I like, what I don't like, and just kind of how it's going overall. So I'll share those thoughts in the car once we get moving. Good position for car cam. Enough, right? All right, guys, we're rolling. Got set up, got gas. I hit the, when like the gas pump shuts off automatically?
Yeah.
Usually, I keep going and try to like top it off. Now I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Why does it?
It's like $12 more than it was a month ago.
That's incredible.
So I'm like, I'm cool. What the fuck? Everyone's trying to get, look at this. Everyone's trying to get over to this fucking lane, and look how much space there is. It's what kills me on a bike. They just stop short.
Are you writing down the titles or the, what do you call this, the content of what you talked about in each episode? That way, like, you could still kind of track, like, because do you remember what you talked about in previous days?
Yeah. I mean, this is so close to me that it's very like, I am now, as you know, I was up to like 4 a.m. just sitting in bed. I was just like, I think and live and breathe this stuff right now. So like, I know it intimately, and it's not that I don't need to write it down or I shouldn't. It's that the way this flow is going, it seems to really be pulling some things out of me that I think to sit and write and analyze and do it that way would kind of take me out of this headspace I'm in. There will come a point, once I get through my work years, that I feel like that's the point that I will need to map this stuff out and like actually draw a physical map and figure that stuff out on paper. But right now it's so much coming out of me that I like the space that I'm at. And I think I'm getting the most out of my days this way. So I have not written a script, and it's not even a script to say. You weren't saying a script, you were just saying like writing
just
down the
following,
thoughts.
like, that way if you are on episode 50, you kind of still know what 1 to 49.
No, like I haven't done that. I can go back and do that and summarize it, because I actually have kept all the footage. I said I wasn't going to keep the footage, but I did. I'm chronicling it per day and per topic. Within the day per topic, I'm kind of breaking it up that way. So it's all documented, it's all there. I just don't think writing is the best way to go about it, even though this initially started as a writing thing. It's kind of shifted to a video log, a vlog. That's what a vlog is. So I think this is quite enough for the time being.
Okay.
I think also, oh shit, what this day is about is, like I had said, I need kind of days in between to breathe and just to live too. So throughout, I'm shooting for 30 days. I think I'll have these not as structured days, like the days in between, 1 or 2 days, like a weekend, so to speak, of filming. That it's going to be what it's going to be. I'll have some reflections be scattered in there, but we'll try to do something fun and get out there and not think too much about this in depth. I think that's really important to the flow of this series too, just to give it some breathing room. So I suppose every 5 posts there'll be a day or two, a post or two about just kind of breath, I think. Kind of the plan. The physicality of the posting takes a while. I've gotten it down to a quicker process, and I'm used to doing it from the Rice Rocketeer, my other channel, but that just takes a long time, and if I'm spending a lot of time doing that, it kind of condenses it takes away from the time I could be spending doing the more meaningful things, of actually thinking about crafting and making the content, which is the important part, right? The filming and the mechanics of it are just the surrounding elements. So yeah, 2 times a week I'm gonna post. It gives me a little bit of breathing room. And then the structure, I think yesterday, so day 7, this is day 8, yesterday, that structure hit really well. There are a couple things I've been hyper conscious of when making these things, and I'm trying hard to either avoid or lean into. It depends on the point. The first is the first thing is trying to be conscious within the segments of me reflecting on the time. It's hard for me to get in character of the 12-year-old, the 15-year-old, 18-year-old me who doesn't know the stuff that I know now. Like right now, I'm looking back at my experiences and kind of analyzing it. It's hard for me to get into the mind space where I don't know all of this stuff after the particular event or time period that I'm talking about, and I have to be very careful that I'm not tainting what the facts from my takeaways now at an older age. So that's why those talking segments typically last so long, because I'll talk about something that happened and then I'll have to really stop and think about what was I thinking at that moment. Now I take it with a different message, but it wasn't that at the time. So, and that affects the following steps. So that part's really difficult to me, and it takes me a minute to sift through. And then also in the back of my head, I still know that this whole channel, this whole journey, this whole struggle is about adoption. But the phase that I'm in, like up until this point, so up until day 7, a lot of this stuff actually doesn't have to do with adoption yet. And I know adoption comes in later and reinforces some of these things and intertwines and gets all complicated. But it's hard for me not to let the adoption piece sink in prematurely, because it's what's on the front of my brain is adoption is the issue I need to tackle. But I haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
And it will be very important, and it will shape this whole narrative in a way that perhaps I don't even know yet, but it's not there yet. So I have to be very careful not to like force adoption into my past experiences because I want it to be there. That's another part that's like, it's a very delicate, it's a house of cards, and I'm like, don't breathe too heavy because you fuck up the whole thing, you know? So those are things that have gone through my mind over the first 7 days of shooting this.
Yeah.
And again, this whole thing is an experiment, and we're going to see where it goes. It might end up in a completely different place than I initially intended. I don't know. But those things have been in my head. So
Now that you've started this, or do you feel, like, how do you feel?
I feel great right now.
Yeah.
This is the most constructive way I've gone about this topic, and I've really, like I've said in the past videos, like I really haven't approached it seriously.
Yeah.
I've, after I saw that film Side by Side that had me in it, well, those years ago, that was the first time I kind of approached my adoption, and then I very quickly backed off of it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into that right now, but I backed off of it, so I never really followed through. This, to me, I have also been to therapy. I've had many, hold on one second. I've been to many different therapists throughout my life, like dating back to like middle school. And I've always been active in my therapy. Like, it's not just me saying something and have my therapist like tell me like, oh, I think this is what's going on. It's always been me actively working to figure something out, and they're just kind of the guardrails for me. But even in that dynamic, I think there's less ownership, and I'm looking towards someone else to like help me through this, when really I'm the only one who's gonna fix it. So, and I think I'm well capable of navigating that if I just am in the right headspace, which I am right now. So this project in particular, I think if I take a step back, it's about ownership, and it's about taking ownership. It's about doing it my way, and I'm the only one who's involved in this project, and you too, but like filming wise and thinking and talking, like only I am doing this. So I want something to come out of this, so I need to make it happen. So I need to document this correctly, and that's what I'm doing. So I feel great on the other end because I really feel like I've owned certain periods of my life and I've looked at them in an honest, real way. And that feels really good. Certainly haven't solved everything, but I kind of like am closer to knowing who I am. And it's crazy to say that because after 38 years, you'd think you'd know who you are, but I honestly have zero clue. Even though all the material's in front of me, I haven't taken the time to look at it. So now I'm starting to do that. I feel good. I'm not even halfway there yet.
What does it mean to know who you are, like for you?
I don't know. It's that has been a reoccurring thing that's popped up, and people, like, I think where my mind goes with that is when I've been talking about careers lately. Motorcyclist coming up. Hold up. Let's see what he's got. Inline 4 of some sort. Inline 4, baby. Empty 10, baby. Oh, wait, no.
It's a Kawasaki.
That was the Kawasaki. Inline 4, though. I was right. Sounds great. Sounds fucking great. What comes to mind most immediately is when I was looking for jobs, and I'm thinking about jobs, and that's been for years now. And both you and my mother and my friends, everybody's asked me, like, well, what are you good at? Think about the skills you're good at. And I'm like, I don't, like, not that I'm amazing at everything, but it's like can be good at anything. So like that's not the determining factor. It's not like I can't do math, so like I shouldn't do a job that involves number. I can do math if I want. It's not that I can't do something physical if I want. I can do something physical. So that the determining factor for how I find a job is not the physical skills or the mental skills. It's who am I and what am I interested in? So that's where I keep ending up at, and I don't know, and I haven't known for years. So I'm getting closer to knowing that now, and that's part of the therapeutic process of this is like, I know some of the cycles that I've gone through now, and I can see them, and I've mapped them out. So I'm like, okay, again, that doesn't lead me to any specific job, but it leads me to a place where I feel like I know myself a bit more, and I can kind of predict what's going to happen in my life a little more, how I'm going to respond to things a little more. I haven't even got to that point of applying what I've learned to my own life, but I'm getting closer to that point. To answer your question of what does it mean to know yourself, I think to know your tendencies, to know where you've been in the past and where you're most likely to be successful and not be successful is super important, and that to me would kind of loosely define knowing yourself. That's a big part of it to me. So I don't know, that's it.
So would you say you trust yourself more now?
A little bit.
Trust.
A little bit. A little part of me is, because I've been through so many back and forth cycles, like there's still that thing that's been beaten into me, which is like, well, like don't fully commit to any idea because you're going to give it up in like a month, like you're going to double back.
Yeah.
But, I'm trying to be a little more hopeful in that, like, I think I'm actually making progress. So I'm like, yeah, I think that taking the ownership of this project has made me take ownership of my beliefs and my things and the things that I say. It's kind of like say it with conviction. Like, you don't have to go back on that idea.
Yeah.
You can choose not to go back on that idea, and that's 100% your choice, right? So I'm leaning more in that direction now, instead of saying like, oh, well, you know what happened last time. Like, you gave this up, and it's just going to be another one of those. It's like, no, maybe fuck that. Maybe I don't let that happen, right? So I do trust myself a little more, but it's still in the back of my head, like, oh, maybe don't trust yourself. I'm gonna slap myself a little bit.
Is there any point in your life where you kind of replace the whole adoptee identity to your call-in New Yorker identity?
Talked about this in yesterday's video in my college years, when I couldn't really connect in other ways to people, i.e. through what I was at school for, which was film. I ended up working in the cafeteria, which put me in front and center to meet people, and as I met people that way, since it's a more surface way of meeting somebody, it's just like we're in the same place at the same time, I eventually ended sharing like where I'm from, and obviously I was Asian, so I was Asian in a white school from New York City, one of the, like the place that everybody wanted to end up. So it was like, oh, cool. What was that like growing up there? So it very much became my 100% identity, the Asian from New York who dressed really cool. And
so did you feel like people were interested in that part of you more than, you know?
Well, not more than anything. I think they were just interested in that because that's all I had, right? Like it wasn't, they didn't make a choice of like, oh, I would love to know about your adoption, but New York is cooler. It was just, all I know about you is you're Asian and from New York. Cool.
Yeah.
What's that like? Yeah. So I kind of ran with it because at that point in my life, I was just taking whatever attention I could get. And I was like, oh, that cool. Like whatever, you know? Yeah, I mean, where you're from has a huge impact, whether it's like originally where you're born or just where you grew up, you know. And New York is like the coolest place in many people's eyes, so I definitely took that.
Yeah.
Very picturesque block. This is pretty. Then how did we walk down here, right?
We just walked down, and we walked up, and then we also walked down.
Oh, that's right. Hey, what's up, brother? Is there a parking area, like a public parking area?
Sorry?
Is there a public parking area anywhere?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Back that away, that's Manhattan. That's One World Trade, which probably when I blow it up you can see it, but we're here, Staten Island, so right now we're south. South is that way, we're like southwest of the city. So if we get down, last time we went down here by that like, that kind of decrepit wall, right there. Super interesting. Because you can kind of walk along the little war stations they set up within it. And I don't think, we never went in there. The doors look closed today too. But in here as well, kind of the same deal, all those slits for cannons, I think. And this building goes far back too. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so like this.
Battery count.
Super creepy. Oh, look at that.
Look at us, still at war.
So this is where, good boy. This is where our gun used to be. And this would shoot over that away. Oh. Oh wait, should I do the intro in here? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of NYC Adoptee. We're going on a journey today of exploration, of identity, of adoptionness. Ooh. This is a metaphor for my stage in life. I live under the bridge. Oh, this is the not boarded up one. Oh, wait, time for flashlights. Oh, little smiley face. I feel like I'm in The Last of Us. Let's see what's down here. Pretty cool area. I like that in there. Very apocalyptic.
And that one too. This used to be a train track, so basically they used to transport like a bunch of their ammo and I think guns and stuff like that. So you still see the train.
So this is, oh, so the battery, this actual structure is that guy. And then this building over here, it's across from here, is this guy. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. Oh, be careful, boy. You good? Oh, hey, calm down, my boy, calm down. Being from New York, you kind of forget that these places exist and that there's places outside of the city. Like, my whole life takes place in that little cluster of buildings over there. That's such a fraction of what's going on in the world, but also even in this area, in this geographical region. There's so much more going on and so much more to see. This is crazy, though. Also, the juxtaposition between the bridge and that, like modern, not ancient, but older, and still there. Ooh, that sounds so good. Psh. I've never felt so small as when you're standing next to like a massive monument. Like I felt the same when I went to Paris, being under the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower doesn't seem that impressive to me, like didn't through pictures. Yeah. And then when you're there, you're like, oh my God, this thing is so grand. Like in this video, it's gonna look like nothing, but being here, it's this sheer scale of it, crazy. You good, boy? Here we go. Oh, thank you. Oh, porta potty, yeah, I'm gonna use that. We're gonna head back. Oh shit, that was interesting. That was a different move from.
Good job.
Jesus Christ, boy.
Torpedo. That's what we're gonna call it. Torpedo. Torpedo. Go torpedo.
Oh shit. All right, I'm gonna use the bathroom. We're gonna jump in the car, find something to eat, and I'll check back in then. What? Go, go, go. Go. All right, my boy. Up, 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 up. Up, my boy, up. Oh, shit. All right, guys. Ugh. That was fun. That was good. We haven't been there in a minute. We're gonna find somewhere to eat, settle down, chill out, and recoup. So I'll check back in a little bit. I'm parking right there. Can fit right here. What's up, my friend? Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna cut this portion of the video here because we're just gonna chill, I think, for a minute and catch our breath. Maybe I'll go out for a ride, maybe not. If I don't, then this is the end of the video. It's the end of our day. Turned out to be beautiful, and it was really nice to get out and go, especially to that park. It just feels, it's different enough. Like it's far enough from where we're used to hanging out, and it doesn't feel like city at all. So it's really nice to kind of shake it off that way and do something different on the weekend. So yeah, nice and light day today. Overall, for the first time in a while, felt like I could enjoy this time. Not that I don't enjoy spending time with my fiance and my dog, but it's just different. I feel a little lighter, and again, I think that's due to all the work I've been doing over the past week. So I think I'm on the right path, guys. I'm pick up tomorrow where we left off yesterday. But until then, I think I'm gonna relax a little bit. So I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.